This is my greatest prediction that I've ever made, and it's not to be confused with the one I just talked about, where I said I had the greatest remote viewing download. That's a totally different video, by the way, just because there were a lot of people confused. So, this is the greatest prediction I've ever made, and this will change everything that you know about business, about money, about the way our earth is going to move forward with just people having the ability to make money and work, and what that's going to look like when everyone has the ability to basically do what I'm about to explain. Okay? Right. I've said enough. Let's get into it. Now, again, please don't get into the comments and start arguing with me. Just hear what I'm saying and understand where this is going, okay? And in order to do so, you need to understand the progress of AI right now. For example, when a couple years ago, when AI video first started, there was like Will Smith eating spaghetti. Do you remember that video? Well, it was terrible, right? It was so bad. It was so clearly AI. But now, 2 years later, just 2 years later, it's completely perfect. Like, there's no way anyone can tell the difference between AI video and real video. And as much as some of you guys think, oh, I can tell the difference, yeah, you can now. But give it like one more year, there's no way, okay? This is important. And then you can take this to other aspects of AI, like when it was creating images, it was terrible at the beginning, and now it's perfect, et cetera, et cetera. This is just the progress of AI, okay? And this is important because right now, AI, in my metaphorical terms, is at the Will Smith eating spaghetti stage for making money, okay? So right now, there are trading robots. There are AI bots that can trade for you. They could trade crypto, they could trade stocks, whatever. But that's not the end of this, okay? So make sure to stay tuned because this is just one aspect of it, okay? So AI is, in terms of money, it's in the Will Smith eating spaghetti stage. So it's not that good. It might be successful sometimes, but it's not that good. But give it like a year or two, it'll be so good that you can put $100 in, go to sleep, and it would trade all night long, and you wake up to $1,000. You put $900 in the bank, put the $100 back in, click play, go to sleep. You could use more money, obviously. But this is going to be so good, like doctorate level, hyper advanced, the best trader in the world. And that's coming. And the biggest businesses, the biggest corporations, the billionaires, the governments, there's nothing they can do to stop it. But what happens next when people are able to create so much wealth and money overnight? What does this do for inflation, et cetera, et cetera? And guys, this is not limited to just trading because there are so many things that a robot or an AI can do to make money. They can start YouTube channels and start producing videos and posting them automatically every day. They could write children's books and be selling them and trying to get them published and into the real world. They could be starting businesses. They could be starting middleman services. They could be starting Pinterest accounts, social media, Facebook, you name it. There's just anything online now that a human can do, the robot can also do. So it's not just exclusive to trading. It's not, and because I know a lot of people had a problem with that. Like, I know you have your objections, but the point is, when we reach this point, the AI, you can give them a couple $100 and tell them, I want you to just do whatever right now is the best way to make money, and it'll just go all night long, all day long, maybe 24/7, 7 days a week, and you're going to be shocked at how much money it puts into your account. And at that point, what happens next? Because this is super important. What happens next? A lot of people say, oh, well, that's going to cause hyperinflation. That's going to cause this. That's going to cause that. But after thinking about this for weeks and months and remote viewing into this, what I feel and what I see is going to happen is more of a siphoning effect, okay? So you know how the stock markets and some cryptos are in all-time highs, and there's billions and trillions of dollars in these certain stocks and places around the web. That will get siphoned off. It's like slowly. Like these billion and trillion dollar companies, same with their stock prices and whatever. What's going to happen is they're just going to slowly get siphoned. And because we're actually due for a market correction, a market crash, this will probably be the market crash that everyone's been kind of anticipating. Because things don't go up forever. I know a lot of you guys think they do, because a lot of you guys have just had no, you guys haven't been around long enough to understand, the market cycles and euphoria and capitulation and everything in between. So a lot of people argue saying, no, they're going to go up forever. Everything's been going up forever. Gold and silver is going to go up forever. No, they don't. They do not go up forever. That is the euphoria stage, ladies and gentlemen. You think like that because you're in the euphoria stage. That is literally the definition. When people start believing that these are going to go up forever and they're always going to be successful and always make them, no, they're not. Because the second that these bots are able to make this money, they're going to withdraw the money. They're not going to keep it in. And to be honest, and if you know anything about, how much retail trading actually as a percentage makes up the market, it's like 10 to 20% maximum. The rest of that is corporate and industrial money. So what's going to happen is the retail investor, that percentage is going to grow because these bots are going to be so good at siphoning off, just little actions here and there and here and there. But eventually they're going to have to sell so that you can put that money into your bank. That's going to siphon out money from these giant corporations that have billions and trillions, the cryptos, whatever. And that, in a sense, is going to be a redistribution of wealth, okay? So this is positive. This is super, super positive because at some point, very, very soon, because remember how fast it went from Will Smith eating spaghetti to perfectly unable to determine if it's real or not? That same thing is going to happen. Give it like 2 years. So that's my timeline. A maximum of 2 years. And everyone will have these AI agents that are able to make them money multiple ways, potentially 10 ways at the same time. There's no reason why you couldn't. There's no reason why you couldn't run 10 bots and they're each doing 10 different ways. You're running 100 different income streams. And I won't go over it again, all the different options, but there are many, many options. It's not just trading. But that money will be siphoned out and redistributed a lot more evenly, and we're going to get a stock market correction at some point in the next 2 years. So my advice to you is be positive about the future. There is so much to be positive about. As much as things can be negative, they can also be positive as they are negative, if that makes sense. It's polarity. So right now you are able to use these bots and these AIs and these agents, but they're not that good. So I wouldn't trust them just yet. So don't rush into this. Enjoy the time that you have, and just know then in a year or two, it will be widely available. And don't pay for the paid versions, because a lot of the paid versions will come out first. Don't pay for them because they'll be dodgy and you'll probably lose your money. Like, just wait for the open source versions to come out. There will be open source versions just like everything else, and they will work just as good. Let them evolve. Let them master their techniques. Don't rush into this, okay? Because that's the way you can lose your money. Wait till they're perfect. There's no rush. Because once we get to this point, everyone will have plenty. Everyone will have plenty of money. It'll be redistributed. And the governments and the billionaires and all that, they're in for the shock of their lives. As we all start to come up together, as we all start to redistribute the wealth, they're not going to like it. They're going to try to put bans on it. They're going to try to alter the timelines by changing the laws or making it illegal or taxing the crap out of it or trying to control them in some way or another. But it's coming, it will be available, and it's an extremely, extremely positive thing. And this, again, is not the other video that I was talking about that I just posted yesterday. The one I posted about yesterday is specifically about the nature of this realm and God and manifestation and lucid dreaming and how it all ties into this one perfect story that makes perfect sense when I explain it. So just give me the time to develop this, because I'm actually putting together a website where you can go to learn more about this, because it's so in-depth and it's so wild, and I really want people to have a chance to understand it all and benefit from it all. So I hope you enjoyed my best and biggest, most destructive prediction ever, because this is that. And also stick around and click those buttons, because the next video is going to blow your mind, because I'm going to completely destroy your version of reality and open your mind up to a whole different perspective that's going to positively shift your ability to manifest and control your life and summon and manifest abundance. I know it's a lot to promise. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy the next, and I'll see you soon, guys. Peace and love.